So yeah, I got to I got to go to my first con. I was able to do something that I didn't think would ever be humanly possible, and I. It's gonna sound weird to say this, but I don't think I would have done it any other way. It was scuffed, messed up. Everything was timed improperly, and frankly, I wasn't ready. I truly wasn't ready. I was ill prepared for what I thought it was going to be. The thumbnail that I have chosen. Oh, hey, Andrew. Welcome to my late night stream. Um, it was very interesting. It was more than I could have imagined. And today I just got back from watching the brand new My Hero Academia movie. I have never seen that show in my life. Ever. I've never set foot on My Hero Academia. I have never touched it. What's up? I see you're saying, guess what? I want to know what you've got to say. Oh, your birthday's tomorrow. Well, technically, if your birthday's the 31st, where I'm at, it is already the 31st. So happy birthday. Now, if you're talking about November 1st, happy early birthday. But yeah, I went to my very first con. I also got to see people and meet people that I never thought I'd meet. I met an amazing Kylo Ren. Ah, the 31st. All right, well, coming from me, who is currently in the 31st, happy birthday. Um, I don't usually leave the house on the 31st, but I've got a lot of things to do tomorrow, so we're going to see how that goes. I met a Kylo Ren who was very passionate about what he did. I met, as you saw in the thumbnail, a wonderful guy who just was doing it for the fun of it. Clearly, he was doing it for the fun of it. But it didn't stop the genuine smile on my face the whole time. There were kids taking pictures with me, there were adults taking pictures with me, but nobody knew who was under the mask. No one knew who truly was behind the character. And for the first time in my life, it felt like I didn't need to be told that I was doing something good. I didn't need to be told that I was making people smile, and I didn't need someone beside me to guide me and to help me feel better because of the amount of people. I have something stuck in my teeth. The amount of people and the amount of kids that I made smile. I did terrify one kid, and I feel bad about it. But one day, he'll look back on it and laugh. I hope. It's just for 9 years, I've wanted to become another person. I wanted to be someone who I wasn't. In fact, that started even way before I was doing YouTube. I wanted to be like the heroes. I wanted to be the heroes of the stories that I've always seen. And then I realized that not only do the heroes get recognized, but the iconic characters get recognized. The iconic characters. What time is it for me? It is currently, at the time of this being live, 12:28 in the morning. It is currently 12:28, and I just got out of the movies. Um, it's weird because for 6 years on YouTube, it's exactly what I wanted to do. Same. Oh, okay. So we're in the same time zone. Interesting. It never felt right to me that there was such sadness with certain people. There was such a burden on people's lives, and they couldn't be happy. They couldn't smile. They couldn't have a good time. They forgot what it was like to have a childhood. And most of these adults in particular are the ones that I found lacking in that regard. Children have such an imagination. I have a friend who I just got done talking to. I gave him one key word. That's all I did was give him a single word. And he took off on an amazing, mindful conversation, and no one was there to stop him. And he just kept talking and he just kept talking. And what he said was true about everything. Some of it was opinion, some of it wasn't. And I got to thinking that if we base ourselves on what other people think and what other people want from us, then we won't succeed. Because if our success is determined by what other people think, and other people think we won't succeed, then you'll never succeed. Because you believe them. But if you believe in yourself and you say, I can do this because I know I can, and that's exactly what this con was to me. I was always told I couldn't be a villain and make people smile. I was always told I couldn't be the anti-hero and make people cheer for me. Because the villains never win. They don't. They just don't win. And when they do, there's always a rematch. And going to the con, it really felt like, even though I was portraying one of the most iconic characters of a series, he wasn't a bad guy. He was never a villain to begin with. He was misunderstood. Just like me. And just like a lot of people that I know. It took me all through my middle school and all through my high school and up until now to realize that if I don't stop and do things for myself every once in a while, that, I won't be happy. Because I'm more focused on what other people are doing and what other people are thinking and what other people are saying than I am about me. Five years ago, I think it was 5 years ago, could have been 6 years ago, Yeah, it was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I met a teacher. He was the kindest, caring, father like figure I had ever seen in a teacher. Teachers, all I knew, they were mean and brutal and bitter, and they didn't care for kids. But he supported me in every single silly endeavor that I went through during high school. He still supports me to this day, as far as I know. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but the last time I saw him, it was as if I saw him again for the first time and really got to know this wonderful person. 1 year later, I ran into a group of people who have forever changed my life. And I wish I was kidding when I say that. But it's true. What I think is really amazing is that I started this channel almost 6 years ago. November 12th will officially be 6 years since I posted my very first video. I would never, and this is true, I want to change the subject from the con real quick. I would have never posted that video if it wasn't for the one friend that I knew who allowed me to one time make a guest appearance on his channel way before my channel even existed. I would leave a link to the description for that video, but I've been requested to keep it hidden as a memento of time. One day I'll release it. One day. But this all got to me, and I started thinking about this today because of the con. There were so many people who were doing the same thing as me, and yet at the same time, I was still unique, just like all of them were unique. It was strange. It was weird, but it felt right. Me being the person I am, it's very hard for me to accept how my life has been. And there are days like today where I actually accept that what happened happened and what's going to happen will happen. There are other days where I hold on to anger that shouldn't be held on to in the first place. A grudge that is almost 10 years old. Hey, Cameron! I'm surprised you joined the stream. I was just talking about my thumbnail. Bringing up Cameron, I gave him my word I would do this. I told Cameron I would talk about this. The beta testing that I have done with his new game floorboards me more than I ever thought it would. Bringing him up, I might sneeze. Bringing his game up. What did I miss? You basically missed me opening up to people. I'm going to sneeze. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze real quick, and I didn't want you to see me sneezing all over the place. I was just talking about the con, the convention I just went to. I also started kind of talking about my personal life, and now I'm kind of segueing into your stuff that I promised I'd speak about. Well, there's not much to do because Roblox is down still. Are you kidding me? Brief change of subject. I need to. No, it can't be down, can it? Holy crap. I have been playing Roblox for 11 years. 11 years. Not once have I ever seen Roblox go down. Well, considering Roblox is down, I might as well talk about this because it's the only thing I can do because I can't record it. Changing subjects. I'm out of drink. By the way, love this mug that a friend gave me. Sorry to say this, my friend, but I'm going to hit the hay. So again, I'm sorry. I will talk to you later. Bye. That is totally fine because Cameron, this one's for you. Thank you, Andrew, for showing up, by the way. Talking about the beta of Knight Rider. I need to blow my nose. I'm silly. I never prepare for this thing. Actually, I secretly did prepare because I'm in my kitchen. Nah. Icky. Icky sneezing. Icky sneezing. Oh, I don't have my... I forgot about this.
Power on. Bluetooth connected.
There we go. All right. I completely forgot that was there. Whoops. Okay, so I talked about the con. I talked about my personal life a little bit and how I was thinking. And now I'm going to transition over to Knight Rider real quick again. And then we will discuss, we'll go back to the con, or we'll go backwards. So, talking about the Knight Rider. That beta, holy crap. I will not swear on this YouTube channel. If you want swearing, go check out my Twitch channel. It's Gamerman84441 at Twitch or twitch.tv/Gamerman8441. No, it's 84441. I gotta remember that because it's a different complete platform. So if you want uncensored content, go over there. But no, the Knight Rider beta that I was trying, I want to switch over to business real quick. My word, like I thought the original game was good, and it is. It is still the best Knight Rider game I have ever touched in my life on any platform ever. But this reboot is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Before Roblox went down, I was beta testing it like crazy. I did break a few things and I didn't really want to do that, and I feel bad for kind of screwing a few things up and being like I broke the beta. But it was amazing. It was a really good game. I was actually going to go do a sequel on the beta video. I was going to go do a sequel on the beta video. But because Roblox went down, I can't do the sequel, so I'll have to just talk about it like a normal person. So, a few things that were added, and I wanted to talk about this update from my point of view. A few things that were added that I absolutely loved was the transformation effects. On the Knight Industries 3000 from the 2008 reboot, I hope I got that right. There's now a new way to transform the vehicle versus it just being click and then poof, the thing's been transformed. It now has an actual like animation to do it. The animation, little janky, but I can understand that because obviously with so many moving parts in the transformation, the jankiness doesn't bother me. It adds character. In my opinion, the jankiness adds character. So the little things that don't quite pop in right away, it doesn't matter because the transformation is flawless regardless of how you look at it. It is a flawless transformation. It really is. And then when you switch it back, just as flawless. Now, the only glitch I saw, and I pointed this out in the video that I did, the only glitch I saw was that if you did the transformation too much, there was these black bars that appeared in front of the headlights. I'm betting that's going to get fixed, and I'm not worried about it because it really doesn't dissuade from the car. Yeah, now as we're talking, why I choose to remake the game is because somehow I was locked out of it, and the fans was missing me a lot. So I took all I learned from Star Trek and chose to make a reboot. That's actually genius. I gotta blow my nose again. Good heavens! Ooh, don't drop the mic. Can you tell at the beginning of this, if you watch the replay, you'll see that I started this very emotional, and now I'm kind of going back into my actual routine. I'm not sick. I've been tested like 3 times. I'm not sick. Do I have the flu? Maybe. Am I allergic to cats? Definitely. It won't stop me from hugging them, though. I've emphasized that point. Anyway, but bringing this up, the reboot's a wonderful idea. I love it. I'm still going to go and play the original and compare it to the new one and see how much the growth of the game. I will lose it and I will be so excited if that happens. Now, will it happen? I don't know. And frankly, I will. If it's going to happen, I don't want to know. I want to go and find out for myself randomly when I go test the game out. Bringing up the actual details of the game. The Night Industries 4000 or KIFT or whatever it's called, the red car, is wonderful. It looks really good. It has a more smooth feeling to it than it did before, because it used to be, to me in particular, it felt like it was completely a separate entity from the other versions of Kit. I had a crazy plan for the update where I shut down everything, let game go dark, then boom, reboot is out. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. My only request is, if you're going to pull that stunt, please let me keep access to the original, because I still want to go back and mess around in the original, because the original is really good. It's the only thing I ask about that. Because, again, the original is beautiful and a wonderful creation, and I still want to, go and play it from time to time. But doing that is a wonderful idea. Okay. But yeah, the red car, the red kit. I'm just gonna call it red kit to make my life easier. It in the original felt like kind of like a separate car. It really did feel like a separate car versus like the Night Industries 2000 and 3000. It really felt like it was way over off in the distance. In the reboot, it really does feel like it's still part of that genre. It feels like it's still part of that, because the handling now feels like the other two. I guarantee this is going to get fixed, but I noticed very quickly that the acceleration, if I wasn't holding down the handbrake, if I let the handbrake go, the car will just take off on its own. There's no real control over the speed. That's totally fine, because, like I said, that's just probably a bug that'll get booted out. I should not have hugged those cats today. I really shouldn't have hugged those cats today. Let's see. The Goliath and the flag truck. Those were the most shocking out of the updates to me, because I can't wait to see what happens when Car comes out, because I think Car is going to look even cooler. But you could actually put a vehicle into the truck and drive around with the vehicle in the truck. Okay, I will open the default game, but open a different game, but I still have to think of a name for it. I'll help you with that. I'm gonna help you with that one. If you start working on another game, I will pitch in and give you ideas. I don't expect you to open a completely different game. Just the original Knight Rider action role play. That one I would love to continue to play. And this reboot I would love to continue to play. And I'm going back to Star Trek soon and flying the USS Gamerman. I'm going to go back and fly that ship again because that is still a beautiful game. By the way, if you haven't gone and checked out the Star Trek video, when this is done processing and I can manage to edit it, there will be a link up here. And I will try to desperately remember to actually put that where it's supposed to be. But yeah, the last thing I want to talk about the beta, because then I'm going to go back to the con real quick and go back to what I was talking about earlier, is that it feels like it's more Knight Rider than the other Knight Riders out there. So like the original still feels like Knight Rider. You still get that emotion, like you're driving KITT, you're driving car, you're running through a city, you're able to do all the missions and stuff. And this new one has that exact same emotion, but I see it being even more expanded. That's a good idea. First generation and next generation. I like that. That seems smart. That seems smart. I support that 100%. Go for it. But yeah, no, the original really does feel like Knight Rider. It really does have that wonderful aspect of emotion to the cars. You feel like how long he's put energy into making those cars. You really do feel the love and the time and effort that was put into that. Then you have this new one, which has the same amount of love and effort that this one is ending on, essentially, and it can go even further. I really do see it going even further because there are so many more things you can add to this new one. And I've already seen that you're doing, at least in the spawn area, terrain deformation. It's where you can destroy the terrain. I see that being actually really fun if you continue to incorporate that. You don't have to. I'm not saying you need to, but it's really interesting to have the thought like you be running full speed, someone else is chasing you, they blow up the road in front of you, and you have to dodge it, and then they either fall into it or you miss it, and that would be really cool. Now, back to the beginning of this because I got to go to bed. I actually work tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean technically for me it's today. And I don't want to work today because it's the 31st, it's Halloween, and I am not the hugest fan of Halloween. I've never been a fan of it. As a kid, maybe. Now, eh. So, the con. Will I do it again? Absolutely, I will do it again. Will I go to a con and maybe bring up the fact I'm part of a video game? I actually did that at this very con. I brought up the fact that I was in a video game and I helped to make it a possibility. I talked about it a little bit with a few people. Those few people being just my friends, and brought it up to one other guy. I think I honestly can't remember. But then we talked about how I've been feeling like I'm living my life, and if I didn't have the friends groups that I have today, because they're more than friends, I said this a billion times, and I'll say it again, for every friend that I've made online, for every friend I've made in real life, and for every person I've made smile on this YouTube channel, it's a family. It is a true, genuine family to me because I've done everything I can to be a good person. And tonight I watched the My Hero Academia movie, which I discussed. No spoilers, but go watch it. It made me realize that a hero can come from anywhere. It really can. And to quote one of the most amazing shows I have ever watched in my life, it still holds top tier. One man can make a difference. Hope you all enjoyed this little 30-minute live stream. I absolutely enjoyed it. I'm going to take off here right when this clock hits 30. I love you all. You guys are awesome. You should feel awesome. And you are part of the gamer team because you are part of my life just as much as I am yours. Ta-ra, everybody.